Hello everyone. Thanks for joining me. Today we're going to talk about what do you say to the client to get them to join the program. Some people have said, can you give me the presentation? There is no sales presentation. The client is expecting for you to tell them techniques to save them on their taxes. Think of it as consultation. So when you say to them, I know a method that could save you anywhere from $600 to $1,000 on your taxes, they're going to say, what is it? In which case, you're going to consult with them. You're just going to talk to them. In a consultation, you don't have a set presentation that you're making. You're just advising them and answering whatever questions they may have about the subject. But the first thing I do when I talk to them about this program, I talk to them about the much bigger problem that many of my clients are facing, and that is they're out of control with their personal finances. I go through the surveys that have been done. I go through 76% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck with virtually nothing in their emergency fund. These are my clients. 1 out of 2 people spend more than they make. Let them know that that's the big problem you're trying to solve, of which saving on their taxes is part of the bigger program and the bigger problem you're trying to solve. So after you go through that, and you let them know you're trying to help them get control of their personal finances, then the next thing you'll do, you're going to say, you need to go to this particular link, which is, well, you can go to sasba.org and approach it from that standpoint, or you can go to another website which gets you the same direction, which is sasbareferralbusiness.com. There's 4 or 5 pages that explains the program. But first you need to look at that, and you need to understand the program. Make sure you don't sit there and not even try to provide consultation without even knowing the subject. That wouldn't make sense. So make sure you go to that website and you understand that website. After you do that, the next, to me, one of the biggest issues that people face when you say, I want you to start your own business to be able to take certain deductions that you can't take as an employee. Understand, people get nervous about, quote, starting their business. They think it costs a lot of money. They think they've got to incorporate, none of these are true. They think they've got to get all kind of licenses. They've got to hire employees. They've got to have a storefront. None of that is true in this business. And then I just give them a simple analogy of the restaurant, which some of y'all have heard. The restaurant analogy is this. Let's assume tonight that you go to a restaurant. You walk in, and it just is a comfortable setting. The people are polite. They walk you to the table. You look at the menu, and it's exactly what you want. And you look at the price, and you're saying, oh my gosh, these prices are very inexpensive. You have the meal, and it was outstanding. And you leave, and you just have a good feeling about things. It's very relaxing. What are you going to do? You will go back and put on Facebook, man, I just went to the best restaurant. You need to try it yourself. See, that's what this business is about. It's referrals. You're going to enjoy saving on your taxes. You're going to love us helping you get in better control of your personal finances. You're going to tell everybody about it. The difference, though, is that we will pay you a referral fee when you refer other people to the program or to me as an accountant. And because you have a profit motive, you can make it a business and deduct certain things in your business. That's what this program is about. It's a very simple business, just one of referring other people to the program. But they may have some more questions, so you have to understand it to be able to explain it to them. Now, there's one thing I would like to not warn you about, but to let you know, is the fact that if you go to that 4 or 5 page narrative on the program, you'll notice at the bottom there's different levels of the program based upon the complexity of their return, because say you'll be doing the return. Level 1, or no, it's level 2, costs $29 per month for them, of which we give you $175 to do the tax return. It takes you 10 or 15 minutes. Well, level 3 is $39 a month because the return is a little bit more complex. So instead of taking 10 to 15 minutes, it may take 15 to 20, 25 minutes. We'll give you $275 on that return. But see, you may be totally happy with that person paying, or you getting $175 for this particular person because you know how simple the return will be, how organized it will come to you. And so you may very well say to the person, don't sign up for don't sign up for level 3, sign up for level 2, which is less expensive. I'm going to still do the tax return for you. See, my point being, you don't have to do that. I'm just saying that you're in control of what level they join. So just think about that when you advise them to go into the program. Make sure that they understand that they can go in at a lower level, which they would appreciate a great deal. You're in control of that. Important concept now, because I know most of my clients, I always take them down at least one level. Unless I know that they bring the stuff in a shoebox, which very few of my clients do. But let's just say that they are a little bit unorganized. I may let them go at the higher level. Understand that you control the level that they go into. Now, another thing that I do is sometimes I'll let them know is the fact, understand really what you're doing. You're putting your tax return fee on a monthly basis. Your tax return is going to cost a little bit more this year than last year because you've got a business. I've got a few extra forms I've got to fill out for you. But what we have found out, that typically the fee that you pay to be part of this program is less than what H&R Block would charge you for the return. In fact, many times it's 25 to 50% less than what H&R Block charges. And don't forget, in this program, you get the tax return done. We're going to save $600 to $1,000 off your tax return. Plus, there's going to be income generated when you refer other people to the program, if you do refer other people to the program. It is a win-win for all parties involved. But just to understand, you're putting it on your tax return fee on a monthly basis. Now, I think when I say that, most people say, oh, that's right, let's go ahead and do it. So what do? What you don't want to do is let them leave the office without signing up. I learned the hard way. What you need to do, you say at the end of the consultation, I say, does this sound like something you would like to do? Many, if not most, of your clients will say, yeah, sounds great to me. And all I'm saying at that point in time, what you've got to do at that point, you've got to sign them up there at that moment. Simple as that. Pull up the website, go down to the level they want to join, hit that button, and say, well, let's go ahead and join. Turn the computer around and say, do you have your credit card with you? The vast majority of people say, sure. They put it in there, and that's the end. You're finished. You're talking about spending maybe 5 minutes with them, and you've signed them up. And let me tell you what you've got. Now that we've told you how you can get what we call a unique value proposition, I want to try to get every one of your clients, as many as possible, turn them to becoming an advocate of yours. They want to tell everybody about you. Not the fact that someone asks them who's your accountant and CPA that they'll tell them. I want them to become an advocate of yours. And if you'll do that, all of a sudden you're going to start seeing a tremendous increase to referrals. And then when a referral comes in, you do the same thing with them. And all of a sudden, it's almost like a snowball going down the mountain. It just gets bigger and bigger. We're talking about transforming your practice, I promise you, folks. But understand, let me just close this what we're talking about right now. Understand, this is nothing more than consulting your clients, which expect for you to consult them on ways to reduce their taxes. They expect it. It's not a presentation. So let's get this thing going. This is a very simple program. And thanks for joining me.